G sends a super chat. Thanks, G. He says, best advice for co-parenting a 2-year-old son with a cheater that you can't stand and have a deep hatred for. Oh, snap.
That's a tough question, G. So
Yeah.
I'm going to get up your ass about it. In hindsight, if you go back when you met the cheater, we probably could have seen some indicators that like this person was not a copacetic life partner, let alone someone to have a child with. But we can't go back and fix things. What we can do is move forward. So the best advice I can tell you, my friend, is to adopt stoicism. In other words, the core of stoicism is this: control what I can control, cope with what I can't control, and concentrate on what counts. And what counts, G, is raising that 2-year-old child into the best version of a human that they can become. What you can focus on are the controllables. So when you have that child, when they're with you, they're within your energy, your proximity. Are you going to talk shit about the mom or the dad, whoever the cheater is, since their name is G? Are you going to talk shit about the cheater, or are you just going to pour into them, love them up, educate them, make them into better humans, teach them emotional discipline and resilience, and keep them into sports and encourage them to become winners and not just to get a participation award? And they will see over time that 2-year-old one day will become a 20-year-old. And that 2-year-old, when they're a 20-year-old, hell, even when they're a 16-year-old, they'll be like, oh, I see. This parent poured into me, loved me, encouraged me, built resilience within me. This one gossiped, was toxic, and just shared a whole bunch of rumors. I'm going to be more like this one. I'm going to love this parent more. So you're in it for the long haul, and you're going to have to parent the best of your abilities when you have that child.
Right. And it's, I mean, just to add on there, like, it's not easy to do that. Like, it's not easy to not, you know, get the best of you and talk a little smack, even if it's like you don't even realize sometimes you're saying the comments, but you're making little sly comments. Your kids pick up on that. And prime example is my parents split up, you know, when I was super little, and my mom always did a really good job at never talking trash about my dad. And so when it was time for him to come home, yes, him and I had some things to fix, but it wasn't like I had to, it was stuff directly with him. It wasn't like my mom was telling me some things and I had to like fight through that. And then, you know what I'm saying? So that goes a long way.
That's a good point. Imagine how much your mom could have poisoned your head if she had every right to.
That's what I'm saying. It's not easy.
Have you talked about the long letter that mom wrote to dad before he did what he did to go to?
I'm sure I have. I talk about everything. But yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah.
So you know, like if I were your mom, it'd be easy to have resentment towards your dad, right? Because she wrote, I think, was it 11-page letter, a massive letter, to dad before doing that criminal activity that landed him in jail. So she could have said, like, look, man, I fucking wrote this letter to you, a heartfelt letter. We've got a baby boy. Like, why are you taking this risk now? And he was like, no, this one thing's going to work out. And it didn't. And he ended up in jail. So she could have taken that resentment that she had towards dad and poisoned your mind with it for years. Like, she had, quote unquote, every right to. Right? But she didn't. And Toy, your mom is an awesome human being. She's like, hey, you know what? She's ever since I've known her, so she would come to boot camp, she always had this stoic vibe and energy and philosophy about her. And as much as she probably wanted to, and it would have certainly felt good to get that off her chest, like, your dad's a fucking asshole, right? Look, all that means is in the future, you're going to have to deal with more garbage before you reconnect with your dad. And so that's, you just cited a great example of what G here can do to make sure that their kid doesn't have to deal with more shit in the future.
100%.